skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. We got a Faction Dancer 4 for you today, and this thing's just a beast. Absolute menace out there on the hill. There aren't too many skis out there that compare to this in terms of blending shape, profile, and construction. At 116 millimeters underfoot, it has 2 sheets of metal, so we're getting kind of that top end of construction in the widest possible format. There just aren't a lot of skis out there at this width that feature this style of build. So this Dancer 4 is in pretty rare terrain in terms of how it's put together, and certainly who it's for. You know, not the broadest of audiences. I think this thing fits a pretty specific set of skier, you know, advanced, expert, capable of driving a pretty heavy, pretty stiff ski, and often finds themselves in soft snow or just crazy technical terrain. I think that's kind of where this thing really makes its mark. Dancer as a series as a whole has really kind of caught our attention over the past 2 years. Certainly in the narrower models, the 2 and the 3 that work a little bit better for where we are here in Vermont, you know, just huge tester favorites. Everyone loves the energy involved in the skis. And while that carries through to the Dancer 4, it certainly doesn't have the same type of application or appeal here in the eastern United States. Certainly fits better in a snowier place, softer snow, deeper snow, stuff like that. More, you know, bigger mountains require this bigger ski. Regardless, it all starts with that nice lightweight poplar wood core that we see in the rest of the Dancer series of skis. They also use their dual span Titanal, so lighter weight wood, thin metal laminates here. It does end up adding up when you're on the scale, just because it's a pretty burly ski with a lot of mass. This length here, 185. We're on the scale at 2,310 grams or so. So definitely up there in terms of the weight department. But like with anything with weight, you're getting stability. So these things end up being pretty much rock solid when you're getting them up and open to speed. Also a pretty stiff flex in this thing. Requires you to be able to bend it and just, you know, take it up to higher speeds to get to really access the entirety of the performance. Mainly sidewall. It does end up tapering to cap when the rocker starts. So this thing kind of blends that, blends that free ride category a little bit. Certainly the width puts it there, but the build is still decidedly a little bit more all mountain. But no denying that this thing is wide and better suited in softer and deeper snow. That's not really up for debate. A little bit less camber than we see in the narrower versions, and then we see longer rocker. So as these Faction skis increase in width, they also increase in taper and rocker. They all line up too, which I think is a nice thing. So where that sidewall ends and goes to cap, that's where the widest part of the ski is, and that's where the rocker starts. So that's giving the ski a very cohesive feel in softer snow. That capped shovel with that taper and rocker, that's going to float, be agile, maneuverable, easy to initiate, and then you kind of get that full business sidewall with the camber underfoot. So it really splits up this ski into its different parts, and it ends up working really well together. And then we see that same type of deal in the tail. Pretty round, you know, very kind of, enforcer-like in terms of the roundness of the tail, but then a little bit less in terms of rocker than some of their competitors. Normally at a 116, especially a ski in the free ride realm, we're looking for slightly more splay and slightly more rocker. That means that this one kind of fits into the more directional side of the spectrum, and that's fine. You know, that's going to lead to more aggressive skiing, higher speeds, and just greater stability throughout, especially when we factor in that 23-meter turn radius. That's kind of where this tail comes to life, is when you get it going and start to kind of feel the energy go from tip to tail, and you can access the entirety of that turn. I think that's where this ski starts to really separate itself from other models, both in this width and at this build. Pretty cool ski. Certainly that narrower audience, but if you find yourself in a situation that requires a wide ski with 2 sheets of metal in more of a directional standpoint, yeah, it's pretty tough to do better than this Faction Dancer 4. So make sure you check it out here at skiessentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.